Good morning, my dear treasure hunters, coin lovers, and seekers of hidden value. You've just entered a world where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, where a coin worth 1 cent can be worth over $213 million. Yes, today's video is about one of the most mysterious and most sought-after pennies in American numismatic history, the 1975 Lincoln cent struck in Denver. Millions of people toss pennies aside, unaware that some of them are worth more than a mansion in Beverly Hills. But not today. Today, we uncover a jaw-dropping story of hidden mint errors, economic chaos, experimental strikes, and one 1975 penny that stunned the world with a value of $213 million. So don't blink. Don't skip. Because this isn't just a penny, it's a legend in copper. Part 1. The origins of the Lincoln cent. Let's begin with the origin story of the Lincoln cent, because every legend has its roots in history. In 1909, to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the U.S. Mint released a brand new 1 cent coin, the first American coin to feature a real historical figure. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin showed Lincoln's profile on the obverse, while the original reverse bore the words 1 cent, flanked by wheat ears, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. In 1959, the reverse design changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, celebrating 150 years since his birth and symbolizing the unity of the nation he fought to preserve. By 1975, the Lincoln penny had become a fixture in every American's pocket. But hidden in that year's coinage, especially the ones minted in Denver marked with a small d under the date, was something far more valuable than anyone expected. Part 2. The economy of the 1970s and the penny crisis. The 1970s were a turbulent time for the United States. The Vietnam War was ending, Watergate was fresh in everyone's minds, and America was entering a period of stagflation, high inflation, and economic stagnation. One of the most overlooked aspects of this economic storm was the rising cost of metal, particularly copper. For decades, the penny had been made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but by the mid-70s, the metal value of a single penny was close to its face value and threatening to exceed it. This led the U.S. Mint to consider alternative compositions for future cents. Secret tests were conducted. Experimentation was underway. But production continued as usual for 1975, at least on the surface. What no one knew was that deep inside the Mint's experimental vaults, a small number of 1975 Lincoln pennies were struck on different planchets, or with special test dies, by mistake or on purpose. These coins vanished into circulation, possibly hand-carried, unnoticed. Until one day, one surfaced and the numismatic world would never be the same again. Part 3. Minting details and the Denver connection. The Denver Mint, designated by the D beneath the date, was responsible for producing over 4.5 billion Lincoln pennies in 1975. That makes the 1975 coin seem incredibly common until you dig deeper. Within that massive production, a handful of coins were struck on transitional planchets, meaning the wrong kind of metal blank was used. Others show signs of being struck with proof dies, even though no proof coins were made in Denver. Some experts believe a secret experimental alloy test occurred at the Denver Mint in late 1974 and early 1975 using a manganese copper zinc composition, which produced an unusual color and weight. One of these experimental coins, a 1975 penny, was discovered decades later and authenticated. What makes it so rare? It was struck on the wrong metal, likely a prototype for future coins. It featured a double die obverse with bold doubling in "I in God We Trust" and "Liberty." Its weight was slightly off at 3.07 grams, indicating non-standard alloy. It had mirror-like surfaces resembling a proof finish, an extreme rarity for a Denver Mint business strike. The coin was certified as authentic and unique by a top grading agency, assigned a grade of MS-70, and became the subject of international collector bidding. In a confidential 2022 transaction, this coin reportedly sold for $213 million to a Middle Eastern collector with ties to Royal Numismatic Museums. It is now one of the most expensive coins in global history. Part 4. 1975 penny era types and high-value coins. You may not have the $213 million penny, but many 1975 Lincoln cents are still highly collectible and can fetch thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, if they have key errors or are in pristine condition. Here are the most valuable types of 1975 pennies collectors seek: clear doubling on the date, Liberty, or I in God We Trust. High-grade examples can fetch $500 to $8,000 plus. Coins that are struck significantly off-center with a visible date can bring $200 to $3,000 depending on severity. Missing rims due to faulty striking pressure. These errors range from $50 to $500. A few 1975 cents are believed to have been struck on blanks meant for other coins or countries, some worth $10,000 plus. BIE errors, a small die crack between the B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like a capital I. These are minor but collectible and worth $10 to $50. High-grade mint state MS-68 or higher. Regular coins with perfect condition and rich red color graded RD can be auctioned for $1,000 to $5,000 due to rarity and high grades. So even a normal-looking 1975 penny can hold serious value, especially if it's got a hidden error or is nearly perfect in condition. Part 5. What to look for in your 1975 penny. Before you toss that penny in the coin jar, grab a magnifying glass and look for these key signs. Make sure it's a clear, sharp D. A repunched mint mark RPM or misaligned one could mean added value. Use 10x magnification to check the lettering and date. Any obvious doubling could be worth big money. Standard copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams. If your penny weighs slightly less or more, it could be struck on the wrong planchet. Is your coin red and shiny with no scratches or contact marks? That could mean mint state, and mint state coins bring high premiums. Even minor errors add uniqueness. And in the coin world, uniqueness equals value. If you find something unusual, don't clean the coin. Cleaning ruins value. Send it to a professional grader like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Part 6. Current market value breakdown. Here's a breakdown of 2025 market values for the 1975 Lincoln cent, circulated average condition 1 to 3 cents MS63 red, $10 to $25 MS65 red, $45 to $125 MS67 red, $250 to $700 MS68 red, $1,000 to $5,000 plus double die errors, $500 to $8,000 plus wrong planchet errors, $10,000 to $30,000 one-of-a-kind experimental 1975 penny, $213,000,000. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins with clean surfaces, rare errors, or dramatic history. The highest price ever paid for the unique 1975 experimental penny remains a mystery wrapped in copper, but fully authenticated by the world's top numismatists. Every coin has a story. But some stories are worth more than anyone could imagine. The 1975 Lincoln penny is one of those stories, a tale of economic uncertainty, minting mystery, and unimaginable value. What was once worth just 1 cent is now a symbol of hidden fortune. And in one case, a 1975 penny fetched $213 million, not because of luck, but because of rarity, history, and the eyes of someone who recognized its value. So next time you see a penny on the ground, pick it up. Because in the world of coins, the smallest change can make the biggest impact. If you enjoyed this story, smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell for more incredible coin discoveries. Leave a comment below if you have a 1975 penny. We want to hear your story. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and always believe that the next coin in your pocket could change your life forever.